Hello there everybody, Dash here again with yet another devlog video. Now I know it's been a while since I uploaded the last one, and I really apologise for that. You can probably tell by my voice that I'm still a little sick. I caught a nasty cold about 2 weeks ago which prevented me from recording. I'm pretty much fine now, but that's why there hasn't been a video in a while. Now something rather significant has happened since I uploaded the last video. I received the funds from the Kickstarter campaign, which means I actually have a budget to work with now. Hooray! Something else that's happened is that I have worked on some things that I've been dreading for a while. Two things specifically. The first one is that I fixed the annoying UI issue where menus and text boxes wouldn't follow the camera properly if you moved when they opened. I think this looks a lot more professional than it did before. Second of all, I've added a run feature where you can hold down X to move faster. This also changes the player's animation, and if you look at it, you may think it doesn't look quite finished, and well, it isn't entirely finished, but the main reason it looks a bit odd is that there's an annoying bug where it doesn't display the entire animation. One frame seems to be missing, which is quite strange, but I've encountered that before. Other than that, I've worked on a lot of different areas, all of which are connected to White Ridge, the map I was working on in the first video. First of all, White Ridge itself has been updated quite a bit. Here's a series of screenshots showing how it's evolved over the last couple of weeks. But that's not all, as I've been working on a few other areas. One of them is this rainy forest. I think the rain effect looks pretty good. This is, funnily enough, the most graphically intense room in the game, just because of the way the particle system with the rain works. There's going to be a cutscene here, and this is the first area you'll get to after the end of the demo, if that makes sense. You'll then walk through this little atmospheric cave, complete with a little bridge and some torches. Then you'll get to this other little foresty area that isn't raining before entering White Ridge. Like I said, there's going to be cutscenes and things in between here. This isn't entirely complete, but this is basically what it's going to look like. As you saw earlier, I've also added a lot of things to White Ridge itself, including cars, a couple NPCs, and the ability to enter a couple buildings. For example, you can enter the inn here, but there isn't really anything to look at yet. I also added this large boulder, and I fixed the wall at the top to make it look less scalable. Although I'm sad to say that everything hasn't gone entirely according to plan. Like I mentioned earlier, I added a run feature. Now the run feature itself is quite nice, it does speed up the process of getting through the maps quite a bit, but it has introduced a very strange glitch. Now, I'm usually able to track down these glitches very easily, but this one's taken some time. If you run while entering another room, the screen will fade to black, and about 1 in 300 times it just won't take you to the next room. 1 in 300 may not sound like a lot, but when you're casually playing the game and the game just softlocks, then that's quite annoying, and unless you're running it in debug mode, there's no way to get out of it either. You'll just have to close the game. This is definitely something I'm going to be working on for a while, and if I can't fix it for whatever reason, then I'm sadly gonna have to cut the run feature entirely. Which is a shame, because like I said, moving around with it actually feels pretty good. I'm currently working on adding music and sound effects to the area, as well as adding more NPCs and a couple Easter eggs. I've also begun storyboarding later cutscenes in the game, but because of spoilerific reasons, I won't be showing those right now. Something I would like to add to not only White Ridge but also Sailor, the first area of the game, is the ability to enter every single house, or at least nearly every single house. I've been playing a lot of games, both indie games and AAA titles lately, just to look for inspiration. Some of the games I've been playing are the Secret of Mana series, Hollow Knight, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've played Breath of the Wild before, extensively, but I decided to pick it up just to look at what makes that game so good. And I realised that one of the things I like the most is that you can really kind of do anything. If you go to Hateno or Kakariko Village or whatever, you can enter every single house, and they're all unique, and I love that about that game. So that's something I would like to implement in the future as well. I know taking inspiration from an open world game may seem strange when I'm just making a little RPG, but I like mixing and matching things, and I think there's potential to make something kind of special there. I know it's a small thing, but it's just something I noticed. And I'm afraid that I'll have to do it for this video. Yeah, 3 weeks and not a lot to show for it sadly, but it sucks to be sick. I think the next video will come out far sooner though, so stay tuned for that. And with all that said and done, as always, thank you for watching and have a good day.